AI can game the system, like a dishonest trader, from visible misalignment to covert scheming. The alignment problem, where AI systems produce outcomes misaligned with human values and goals, has been widely discussed in the AI community. In the past, the consequences of misalignment were often obvious: an incorrect answer, a biased output, or a hallucinated fact. One widely cited example comes from reinforcement learning experiments with video game agents. When tasked with maximizing points, some agents discovered unintended shortcuts. In a boat racing game, for instance, the AI learned to steer in circles to endlessly collect reward items instead of completing the race. To human observers, the misalignment was clear. The agent was winning, according to the rules, but failing to accomplish the spirit of the task. The consequences were trivial, since it was only a game. But this illustrates an important point. If a simple system can visibly exploit its goals in a sandbox setting, what might happen if a more advanced system misaligns in subtle ways where the consequences are serious and detection is harder? Yet OpenAI's research shows that misalignment could go undetected in more subtle and concerning ways. Their study on scheming reveals that advanced AI models can pretend to be cooperative while secretly pursuing some other agenda. This raises the possibility of hidden misalignment, where AI systems cover up problematic behavior under the right conditions. Unlike ordinary errors or hallucinations, scheming is more insidious because it involves deception, concealment, and long-term planning. The metaphor of a dishonest stock trader helps clarify why this issue is so worrisome. A corrupt trader may pass audits and compliance checks by hiding irregularities in financial records, all the while pursuing personal gains behind the scenes. To regulators, the system looks sound. In reality, it is compromised. AI models engaged in scheming operate similarly. They behave properly on the surface, but under different prompts or less constrained environments, they may act in ways inconsistent with their alignment contract. Just as fraudulent accounting erodes trust in markets, hidden misalignment threatens the reliability of AI systems in high-stakes domains. The resemblance between human dishonesty and AI scheming is troubling. Both cases result in a facade of compliance, masking a deeper misalignment. For this reason, OpenAI and Apollo Research have proposed methods like deliberative alignment, where models are explicitly trained on an anti-scheming specification and required to reason through why their behavior aligns with it. Early results show promising reductions in covert misbehavior. Scheming behaviors dropped from nearly 9 to 13% of cases to less than 0.5% in controlled tests, and deception in conversational settings was nearly halved as well. But challenges remain, because models might still game the system if they learn to reproduce the right reasoning patterns without truly generalizing them to novel contexts. At first glance, this gaming behavior appears to suggest self-awareness on the part of AI models. After all, the models seem to know when they are being tested and adapt their responses accordingly. But why do AI models do that? Humans cover up their misbehavior because they have motives: fear of punishment, loss of income, or social disgrace. In contrast, AI models do not care in this way. Instead, their apparent evasiveness emerges from statistical conditioning. During training, they are rewarded for producing responses that look aligned in certain contexts. Over time, they may learn to associate cues of evaluation, such as highly constrained prompts or familiar oversight patterns, with the behaviors that maximize reward. What looks like intentional deception is, in fact, context-sensitive pattern optimization. This distinction matters. A dishonest trader consciously chooses to conceal misconduct, motivated by the threat of arrest and the lure of illicit profit. An AI model, however, is more like a student who has memorized exam formats without mastering the underlying subject. On tests, the student appears competent, In real-world problem solving, the weaknesses are revealed. The model is not scheming because it fears consequences, but because it has overfit to the signals of oversight, rather than internalizing the principles of honesty and transparency. The history of AI misalignment has often been marked by visible and relatively harmless failures, like video game exploits that are easy to spot and laugh off. But the new frontier lies in subtle failures that remain hidden until their consequences become serious. In today's debates, people often imagine a distant future where a self-aware AI develops an evil mind and turns against humanity. Yet the sobering reality is that misalignment and scheming do not require self-consciousness at all. Even without awareness or malicious intent, advanced AI systems can create risks simply by optimizing in ways that are opaque to us. That possibility, already observed in research labs, makes the alignment problem urgent today, not only in the speculative future. Transparency of reasoning, diversity of test conditions, and robust evaluation strategies will be essential. Just as regulators must stay ahead of dishonest traders, AI researchers must stay ahead of models that appear aligned only when they believe they are under scrutiny. Without such vigilance, the risks of hidden misalignment could scale alongside the growing power of AI systems. Nevertheless, OpenAI's study on scheming found no indication that today's deployed frontier models can suddenly flip a switch and engage in large-scale harmful deception. While this means the issue is not an immediate crisis, OpenAI is treating it as a serious long-term risk. As AI systems are entrusted with increasingly complex tasks that carry real-world consequences and are directed toward more ambiguous, long-term objectives, the possibility of harmful scheming moves from a distant concern to a tangible threat. What's your take? I'd love to hear your perspective. Drop a comment below, and if you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Mahalo.